Hi kids, I want to talk to you about your homework assignments for the rest of the semester. Woo! So as many of you have already figured out, the class assignments are basically done. You did dialogue, you did a special effect, you did walk cycles, walking from A to B, bouncing balls, model sheets, the whole shebang. You did all those things during class time, even when we were moved to online class. Now, our homework assignments, we did homework assignments early in the semester that included finishing your flip books and creating a character design and a background design and creating your storyboards for your story. And of course, don't forget the treatments. Those were all homework assignments. Well, you're done with all of that now. For the rest of the semester, if you've turned in all of your assignments so far, for the rest of the semester, you should be focusing on animating your final project. Now, what do I mean by the final project? Because some of you are a little confused about that. You have been working on a project from the beginning of the semester to this point. Your treatment was the story you wanted to tell, the storyboard and the character design and the background design all had to do with the story you want to tell. Now is the time to actually animate it. So you need to make sure when you're animating that it's not like the animatic where you just have bits of storyboard and they stay on a certain length of time. Now we want to see things actually moving. So all those little class assignments you did, like the bouncing ball and the walk cycle and walking from point A to point B, those should all be helping you in making the animation, the smooth animation that is now going to be in your final project. And remember, I showed you a couple of films that weren't fully animated. Some parts were animated and some parts were not. That's if you're going to tell a story that's more than half a minute long. But if you're doing something really short, like just a scene from your entire epic film, or just a movie trailer of your final film, or even just a really groovy fight scene or whatever from your film, you should be aiming for 20 to 30 seconds. Remember, that's how much time, how much animation I need to see in order to know that you understand the mechanics of animation. Now, some of you, not all of you, but some of you have been sending me individual images that go too fast and they're not really animated. I can tell that you're trying to tell a story with it, but you really need to make sure that there's movement, like a regular cartoon or animated movie. So you don't have to animate that much. You don't have to have it be 2 hours long. You don't have to have color. You don't even have to have sound just for this semester because of our situation. But it does have to have smooth movement. And I want to see 20 to 30 seconds of smooth, excellent movement. Okay? So that's what you're going to be working towards from now until the end of the semester. Some of you have already gotten started on your final project and have animated a great deal, and you're doing an excellent job. Some of you haven't quite got started yet, and you really only have a little over a month to finish all of your animation. Now remember, every second of film is about 12 drawings. You could probably get away with 10, and you probably shouldn't try to do more than 12. But try to do 10 to 12 drawings per second. So if you're trying to get an A in the class because you've turned in all of your assignments so far and now you're working on your final project, if you want to do 20 to 30 seconds, 20 seconds times 12, or 30 seconds times 12, or any number in between 20 and 30 times 12 is about how many drawings you should be doing all together. Now, do I want you to, let's say you choose, oh, I'm going to do 30 seconds. 30 seconds times 12 is 360 individual drawings. Now, I don't want you to do that all in 1 week. That's too much. It would be too much for anyone, and if you have a job or other classes or whatever your situation is, you're probably not going to have time to do all of it in 1 week. So what you want to try to do is split it up over each week. That's why when we had our first homework Animate 1 assignment and then homework Animate 2, and then just last week we had, or this week actually, Animate homework 3 is due. So if you did all 3 of those the correct way, you should have between 105, that's if you did 35 drawings per week, and 150 if you did 50 drawings per week in total of drawings. And that's great. If you did 150 or more over the last 3 weeks, you're going to be great, because you only need about 250 to 360 drawings altogether in order to shoot for that A and show me that you really know how to make things move. Okay? If you haven't started on your final project yet, you really need to get started on that. There's still time to get an A and to do a little bit each week so that you have enough animation finished to get that A. Now, some of you are missing some of your class assignments. It's going to be a little harder to get that A if you haven't turned in all of your assignments and then you do a really short animated final project. Let's say you just do 12 seconds. That's 144 drawings altogether, but you're missing some class assignments. You're probably going to get a B in the class and maybe even a C, depending on how much you've done. But if you've turned in all but maybe 1 or 2 of your class assignments, and then you really try to get that 250 or more drawings done for your final project, if I can see that you can make things move, then you will get an A in this class. Because the movement is the most important part, as she has said many, many times. Some of you don't know that I've said that many times because you're not watching all the videos all the way through. In fact, some of you are missing all of your homework assignments since the Animatic. And that's not good unless you've been secretly working on your final project all this time. But it's really a good idea to let me know that you've been working on your animation and that you're not just going to turn in nothing. Speaking of turning in nothing, remember what I said at the beginning of the class, and it's in your syllabus, if you still have those. If you do all of your class assignments, everything that I've had you do so far and turn in, and if you're keeping in contact with me and letting me know that you're going to be in class, or that you're going to do the assignment, or you can't do the assignment yet, you need a little more time, even if you don't turn in your final project, but you've done everything else, you will get at least a C in this class. No one is going to fail. No one is getting a D. Now, if you've decided that it's too much and you don't have enough paper, you don't have what you need in order to do a final project, please email me so we can talk about this and see if we can work something out. But really make sure that you've turned in all of your assignments. Make sure that I have acknowledged that you've turned in all of your assignments. And if you're not sure, please email me and ask, because I will tell you if you're missing anything or if I need any more from you. I'll even tell you what kind of grade you can expect if you continue on whichever path you are on. Now, this is the video for homework. There are no more class assignments except to watch whatever video I present in a link in the announcement, in the email announcement, either Canvas or email. And that is now your class assignment, to watch the video and then do your homework. And what is homework? Animating on your final project. If some of you have gone through all of the process and turned in all the assignments and now you've decided that you don't like your project and you want to do something else, you can do a different project, but it still has to be animated. You still have to use all of the tools that I've taught you over the semester, and you still have to try to do 250 to 360 drawings. And of course, some of you I know are going to actually do more. You're the ones I'm not worried about. But the rest of you, if you're a little behind, now is the time to try to catch up and really get to work on those final projects. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. What I've seen so far of the people who have turned in their assignments is really great. So I'm happy about that. You guys all deserve big kudos for getting what you have done finished under these extraordinary times. So let's all try to buckle down, get that animation done, and please, if you're having trouble or you need help or you have questions, email me. I might even give you my phone number so you can call, but only during certain times. It would have to be during class time on Thursdays between 2:20 and 6:35. Actually, I think my phone number is in the syllabus, so if you've got that, you should, think about calling. You can always leave a message because I don't have ringtones. Yay! Yay for me. I don't have ringtones, but if you leave a message because you really need to talk to me because you're having so much trouble or have questions or you're just not getting it from the WordPress, then please, you may do that Thursdays between 2:20 and 6:35. I'll try to look at my phone to see if it's ringing because I won't be able to hear it. All right, until next week, your homework assignment is to animate. If you've been animating, animate. Try to animate 35 to 50 drawings this week so that you'll have enough to really show me some great movement by the end of the semester. And that's it. Bye.